Welcome to the Honda Head channel. So a while back I said I would make a video on how to do a 5-lug swap. So right now I'm sitting in my 97 Honda Accord sedan. Right next to me is my 93 Honda Accord wagon. When I got this car, obviously it was a 4-lug. I looked online to see how to do a 5-lug swap on the 97. So I got a bunch of information, ordered a bunch of parts, obviously got the 5-lug swap done. Benefits of a 5-lug swap is better wheel selection. It also gets rid of the captured rotors. I believe it's 90 to 97 that all have captured rotors. If you've ever done captured rotors, trying to switch them out is a pain in the butt. So I didn't want to deal with that. And I wanted a better wheel option. So I am going to explain to you the way I did it, what parts I used, and roughly about how much it would cost. So let's get into it. Front steering knuckles off of a 98 to 2002 Honda Accord. V6. Has to be a V6. The V6 came with 5 lugs. There is other ways to do it. This is not the only option. I believe you can use Honda Odyssey knuckles. There's a couple different ways to do it. I'm just telling you the way I did it. I bought them off of eBay. I got 2 front 98 to 02 Honda Accord knuckles. I changed out the wheel bearings. You use 98 to 02 wheel bearings. I also use 98 to 02 front rotors and 98 to 02 calipers. Everything is literally bolt-on. Front calipers, front rotors, front steering knuckles, the ball joints, everything is the same. The only thing it doesn't have the same of is for like the brake lines and stuff. So you have to either zip tie them up or contract your own way of putting your brake lines up. If your car comes with ABS, you want to get the ones that have ABS. Most of the time the knuckles will come with like the ABS wires. I think mine did. It all depends on who's selling them and what they take off. That's for the front. 98 to 02 rotors, 98 to 02 calipers, 98 to 02 front steering knuckles. How you'll know they are the right ones is on the side of the dust shield for the brakes. It will have the letter S and the number 5. It'll say S5. Those are the ones that I used, and I believe those are the ones you're supposed to use to do the 5-lug swap on these vehicles. So the rear is a lot simpler. I got Honda Prelude wheel hubs. The only issue is the difference between the Honda Prelude rear hubs are they're not as deep as Accord rear hubs. They're a lot more shallow. So if you tried to use the axle bolt or the hub bolt for the rear, it's only going to catch by like 2 or 3 threads, which is very unsafe. So you have to get 2002 Mazda Protege rear hub bolt. It comes with the built-in washer. So it's the nut and the washer's already on the nut. And with that, you could take away the rear hub bolt that comes on these Hondas that has the bolt and the washer separately. It allows you to get more threads. What I did was I used some Loctite and tightened them down. I believe it's like 100-something foot-pounds. I don't know off the top of my head. But it's not as pricey as everybody thinks it would be, because you got to buy all these different parts. For the rear, I used the stock calipers, stock rotors, and stock brake pads. Everything is the same. The only thing you change is the hubs. For the front, I also used steel braided hoses for the front brakes off the 98 to 02 Accord also. So again, front is 98 to 02 knuckles that say S5 on the dust plate. 98 to 02 front rotors, 98 to 02 front calipers, 98 to 02 front pads. I also use 98 to 02 steel braided brake lines. Rear is Honda Prelude rear hubs. And then you have to get Mazda Protege rear hub bolt. Use Loctite, tighten it down, it'll be good. You can use your stock calipers and your stock brake pads. I think I paid $60 to $80 per knuckle off of eBay. Brand new calipers, rotors, brake pads. The rear hubs from the Prelude, I I don't think I spent any more than $50. And then the bolts from the Mazda Protege for the rear hub, I believe, were about $30. So that is all. That is how I took my 97 Accord from a 4-lug to a 5-lug. All parts off of eBay. And I want to say all in, I think it cost me about $500 to $600 for the whole entire thing. So if you want to do it, this is a nice video. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments, and I'll answer any questions that I can, any questions you got, and just let me know. Have a good one.